We've all been waiting for the moment to find out who this mysterious planet-destroying species are, and what they're all about, but is it worth it in the end, or has it dropped a ball like previous Discovery storylines? Spoiler warning, we'll be discussing the latest episode of Star Trek Discovery Season 4 in full detail, so if you've not watched it yet, turn away now. Welcome to Trek Central, I'm your host Captain Jack, let's get straight into it. This week's episode of Star Trek Discovery is all about first contact with species 10C. Discovery veteran director Latande Sunrai has returned for episode 12, and if I had to make a guess, he might be doing episode 13, the final, as well. Carl Zhao, who's written some fantastic episodes of Discovery so far, has also returned to write. His episodes have been amazing, so I was super excited to see what he could pull off with Season 4, Episode 12. Fun fact, this episode is called Species 10C, so it kind of gives you a hint of what we'll be doing in this episode. Of course, before we do dive into the video, if you want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from myself and the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media for your daily updates on the Star Trek universe. As always, please let your thoughts in the comment section below, because if you're talking about Star Trek, then we want to hear about it. Okay, engage. I really feel like Star Trek Discovery excelled in this episode, especially because it explored the aspects of first contact, and how it can be really difficult with certain species. The tone of the episode fitted super well. The science, blended with traditional science fiction, worked even better. For example, trying to work out how to talk to the 10C was fantastic. Honestly, this episode works best when it's full of a nerdy technobabble that we're oh so familiar with in the Star Trek universe. This being the language barrier, making use of hydrocarbons in trying to make first contact communications with the 10C. The tension of working out communication through the use of numbers and code drives up the tension of the fate of Earth and Ni'Var, currently headed for destruction via the DMA. First contact in Star Trek comes in all shapes and sizes, for I think this is the first of sending out small robots to make contact via spraying feelings on the surface of an object. That really is new. Of course, this revolves around last week's discovery of hydrocarbons in relation to species 10C and how they process emotions. A life form, yes, it would seem our first official meeting of species 10C was an interesting one, and not something we've typically come across in the Star Trek universe before. The life forms of species 10C were massive and just alien, which sounds lackluster, but it's actually in fact fantastic. The 10C don't actually look like the terrifying gods that some imagine to be. Instead, we're treated as newly designed creatures, which are just really weird and unknowing at the end of the day. The idea of them living in isolation and gas giants is also unique and fun. You know, for Discovery Season 5, which is happening by the way, in case you didn't know, I'd happily watch first contact of random weird aliens that push the boat out on what aliens actually are in Star Trek. I say this is one of Star Trek's typical things that all aliens seem to be humanoid figures, which does make sense from a certain point of view, but it's not the be-all or end-all of exploring strange new worlds. See what I did there? General Doris storyline is one I have mixed thoughts on. Originally I was surprised that she would, in a sense, betray the Federation Discovery crew via helping Book and Tarka, but it does make sense. Not only from a storytelling sense that it helps us to have an imposing party, but also the fact that Earth is more isolationist in the 32nd century. Earth and Luna, as well as Titan, kept mostly to themselves. Therefore did not want to get involved in many affairs until Season 4 of Discovery, when they started coming out of their shell. Let's be honest, anyone would do anything to protect their home planet. So while General Dora does want to see through diplomacy, she is getting desperate at the end of the day. Speaking of Tarka, I was really surprised by how they decided to take his character. While yes, we know he has his own ways of doing things and his own agenda, it does seem a bit odd. He was now content with seemingly destroying an entire civilization, as well as apparently dooming Earth and Ni'Var along with it. In this episode, we learn all about that, but also how Book just made a few stupid decisions which have basically ballsed up the entire situation. Well done. I don't know whether Tarka's story just lost weight with me, but his betrayal and throwing over Booker just didn't really surprise me that much. Maybe it's run its ground. But I thought Tarka's original plan was to steal the power source and get out of there and not destroy Discovery, Species 10C or Earth and Ni'Var, etc. But that's a bit of a gross oversight, like I mentioned before. Luckily, before we get too confused, our explanation, which is bloody well needed, thankfully comes from Prisoner of the Week, Commander Jet Reno. Essentially, those are too blinded by letting go or the loss they've endured are willing to do anything to achieve their goal. That means they're not looking at what they're actually doing and likely to make mistakes. In this case, Tarka does not actually see properly what he's actually doing and how it will affect the people he set out to save and protect at the end of the day. I'll be able to see how far he actually goes, as right now his actions are going to be the undoing of the last 5 episodes. Yay us. The whole meeting with 10C would be pointless if we're just going to blow them up in the end. That was their sort of plan from the get-go, so we shouldn't really be surprised. That's maybe why it didn't surprise me in the first place. Once again, Discovery's final episode is going to be rushing to the galaxy ending event, where we're likely to see everyone rush to stop the villain, who isn't actually the villain, but a species who are misunderstood due to the lack of actual communication at hand. Oh boy, it's a complicated one. The episode ends off much like most penultimate episodes of sci-fi series do, that being all the cards are apparently played and everything is headed towards total disaster. Next week, we'll likely see the effects of the DMA is having on Earth, as well as touching base with Admiral Vance, Kovich and Tilly. We know Mary Wiseman is set to return in Discovery Season 4, so it makes total sense that she'll be seen again next week, given it's the final episode. And also thanks to trailers showing it off. I'm really going to emphasise, but I hope Discovery's Season 4 ending really pulls it off for Star Trek Discovery. I've personally been very vocal about while I understood the meaning of Season 3's The Burn plot thread ending, it did not carry much emotional or wow factor weight for me, instead leaving me a little underwhelmed. This has been an issue of modern Star Trek I have found so far. Either way, the stakes are high and I'm keen to see how this goes with Season 4 final for Star Trek Discovery next week on March 17th. Do tune in and watch with us. Okay, time for you to tell us what you think of a later Discovery episode. Love it, hate it, or just not feeling it? Let us know in the video comment section below. Because at the end of the day, if you're talking about Star Trek, then of course we want to hear about it. Get commenting and make it so. If you do want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media or join our community Discord server. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, we'll see you later this weekend with brand new Star Trek videos. Live long and prosper, my friends, goodbye.